Hi there to the listening audience. My name is Bernard Parks. I'm a councilman, 8th District, City of Los Angeles, and I really love living in Los Angeles.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am awesome. I am so excited to sit here with you today. Everybody who's watching and listening out there in TV land, I am with Councilman Bernard Parks. He is a very instrumental part of the Los Angeles community. Mr. Parks, would you please tell us a little bit about what role you have played in the past here in Los Angeles?
Well, I've been in the city government for almost 50 years. I started in 1965 as a police officer, and I was fortunate enough to go through the ranks, and somewhere around 1997 I became chief of police, and I stayed on the department until like 2002. And when I left there, a number of people were pleased basically with the service I provided, and they asked that I consider running for office, which was never in my goals. And so I decided to run for city council, and I will be completing my 12th year in city council June of next year. So I've been, I wasn't born here, but my family came out when I was a year or two old from Texas. But I've been here all my life in South Los Angeles and West Los Angeles, around the area. And within the police department, I worked throughout the city. So I had, in 38 years, I probably covered about maybe 25, 26 different assignments. So I've had a good exposure to the city, and then in the city council, although my district is in South Los Angeles, the 8th District, I worked on a number of committees within council that had citywide jurisdiction on issues.
Awesome. Well, you've definitely made a stamp on the city of Los Angeles so far, even though you weren't born here and you just came here when you were about 1 year old.
That's right.
You decided to make it your home. Can you tell me, why are you most proud of the life you've built here?
Well, I'm most proud of the fact that basically you've grown with the city. We used to call this a town, and now it's a full-fledged city. You've seen the legacies grow, whether it's downtown, the airport. You've seen a variety of evolutions in the city, from the ethnic breakdown, the issues that we've gone through and suffered with a couple of riots, a couple of emergencies dealing with earthquakes. What you've seen, the resiliency of the city and people coming together. There are issues in which, in this city, I think they talk about 100 and some odd languages are spoken each and every day. The diversity of this city is probably the strength, because everyone has come from somewhere else, but yet they chose to be here and become a cohesive unit. But it also forces you to have a great deal of sensitivity, because you learn so much about others and their historical past, where you are not at liberty to just kind of merge people together and stereotype. You have to kind of get an understanding of what all of these cultures and communities are. So those are the things that I most appreciate about Los Angeles, to have grown up as it's grown up.
Oh, well, speaking of growing up, when you want to be a kid, when you want to have fun, when someone comes to visit who's never been here before, and you say, you have to go see this, what would you recommend that they go see?
Well, I'm not a good person for that, but what I can refer to is this: when my kids were growing up and they said what they wanted to go to, I was not one that often accompanied them, but I would give them as many tickets as they wanted to go to. But I think the issues of Universal Studios, Westwood, right now, what I'm mainly interested in my outside activities, I go to about 20 plays a year, the playhouses in Pasadena, in Westwood, the downtown. But what I find in this city, there are so many things, from finding out about the Waffle House in San Pedro, all the way to finding out about, in West LA, to finding a good Italian restaurant. There are many, many kinds of outlets here that you should never run out of places to eat, or fun activities of movies, theaters, street fairs. And what we try to concentrate on, since I've been in office, is to provide people free access to entertainment, and by using our parks and other facilities to where they can appreciate their community and just walk out of their houses and go to something that they enjoy. But those are the things that kind of make the city very vibrant. But I would tell people they need to really get exposed to what's in Los Angeles. Because so many times people want to say, let's go outside the city. Let's go to Long Beach. Well, LA has a harbor. You can stand in the middle of the city at a high point and you can see the snow on one direction, you can see the ocean in another direction, you see the airport in another direction. There's all of this within a couple-hour drive of finding out what makes Los Angeles what it is.
Awesome! Wow, I didn't know about the snow on top. There's still so much more that I need to explore here. And just quickly, can you please just speak to the people who are at home and they're watching and they're hoping that one day they could move here? Can you tell them what you'd like to see from them when they do arrive?
Well, I think first of all, you should, if you're going to make that move, it needs to be a little research to find out, number one, does the area have the expectations you're looking for? Is there employment opportunities in the field that you're looking to go into? Are the schools that are available are something in which you want your kids to be associated with? That kind of research will save a lot of heartache in getting to a place and realizing it's not all Hollywood, it's not all the Grammys and the different TV shows. It has to do with you having to live daily, and can you, with the exposure of getting past, the sun is nice and having these great weather days, but you still have to go to work. You still have to provide for your family, but it requires research for you to know whether this area can contribute to your long-term health and well-being.